by the smoke, placed over towards mid.
Another
Even the
run
sheriff
for
on the
BLINN.
inside. Don't have to rush anything. We're on the flip side. TSM gonna get caught here. Here they are. Again, small opportunities as TSM will be tested, but Poise stays away just inside the smoke.
And they're thunderfooting here towards Octagon.
He does get denied, and the snake bite. So well played. Poise takes it.
Hello my friend, welcome back to my channel. In this video, enjoy the best plays and moments from VCT and A Stage 2. Between the legendary organization looking strong, TSM versus the Dark Horses, BLINN. This is the first match of these two things on Stage 2, and I'm sure will be insane.
It's just being thrown down. That's going to delay even longer here the retake from BLINN.
Well, they are still waiting on this Dizzy to come through. Sim,
man,
once
they
again,
have so much
just in the
time.
front door. Okeanos trying to flood through,
that was
but
not good, bro.
just nothing to find here through these brim smokes. Extra nades, finding damage. Here comes the flash push, though. BLINN able to find one on the re-entry. 4v4, time becoming a bit of an issue here, though. BLINN will have to go, and it will be the wingman to step on in. A couple of kills for TSM. Can they get the wingman off? He gets it to halfway, but GMD will come through, knife it to make sure no one else is on. One more check will do it, and TSM will take the pistol. But the problem is, where exactly?
Good flash.
Oh, that's a huge flash tonight. Wait a second, that guiding light doesn't really get as much value as maybe you were thinking it would. 2 for 1 goes the exchange. 7 trying to force the plan, and TSM able to battle back, but not enough.
That was play, man.
Mundi really well done. Finds the final 2. No worry for the defuse.
The beauty of
Team in particular, like, there's a lot of stress on this.
yes.
Not the first one's out, and well, the Outlaw says
Okeanos, it's been a while, man.
Okeanos able to find the first one, no worries. TSM been stuck at Okeanos, will punish him for it. Dizzy denied largely by the smoke, placed over towards mid.
Another clean
Even the
run
sheriff
for
on the
BLINN.
inside.
And their log is cool, man. They have one of the best logs.
Timeout.
They can TP across and go, but now you're just trying to make noise everywhere.
Oh my god, he survives.
Showstopper,
4
just a touch
HP.
better.
Oh,
Poise
he saw himself.
not going to be happy about that one. Boom, but Spaz, same can be said for him. Had Sim dead to rights, you would have thought, but trade comes through. Now you've got TSM on towards B. Thrash at the ready. Orbital Strike also at the ready for the defense. Just comes down to, do they get a read on where this TSM setup is?
And the Orbital Strike was not used here to delay, so they're going to have to use it for a retake.
Just to have a
Just going to have to find information where it's coming from first, and there it is on the main site.
Well, good trade for Mikey. Sim just nearly falls off the high ground. Not quite able to fully get to safety, though. Thrash also gets a read. 2 players detained on the corner. Can they shrug it off in time? Only one can. It's just down to GMD. The Mosh zoning it out. GMD has to go, has to check. Mikey holding over the top. First shots are good, but the defuse is in.
Man, good with take by BLINN.
Get the double.
And he got the info that there were 2 players inside showers, so TSM will be ready for this one. Lots of mollies coming through. They get the spam through the smoke to get the pick on the T, and now it's going to be a clean plant, unless Mikey has something to say, and there he goes. 4 versus 1 towards the end. Nothing that Okeanos could do with this operator, and he's getting hunted down this time. And a good call to come through. A proto with the frag.
Bit of a weapon swap. Sim looks like he wants to maybe burst his way on in towards site. There's the Dizzy, there's the blast pack. So, yep, we're already in. Here we go. Now it's just down to clearing out this backside of B. So far, so good. 7 finds the opener. They do not expect Monzi, though, so the trade is good. 4v4. Defense still rotating over, but the spike is down. Lots of time to play with here for BLINN. Don't have to rush anything. We're on the flip side. TSM gonna get caught here as BLINN starts to collapse on the site. It's taked for a couple, and Poise, well, not much you can do besides try to save
a lot of money, bro.
Control over towards showers. Thrash also being used to go quickly here for TSM. The dog to follow. Trailblazers not going to find too much, though. And look at this. BLINN's going to step up a little bit here. Try to contest the issue just a touch. The flip side of the teleport working out nicely, and the pinch is perfect.
So nice.
3 for 1 the exchange, and now we have a 4v2.
It's a shoot.
That is so beautiful.
Hey,
We'll have a team deathmatch now to try to get the spike back.
Casey,
Oh, and then it's 2 for 2 exchange. Don't rule Sim out of these situations. It would be a technical 1v3. Swaps the weapon back and does blast pack back to safety. Spike was not collected in that effort, though. So things kind of reset here. Plenty of time on the clock for Sim to use, and this smoke will delay the angle a little while longer.
And this is very good. The Satchels also was trying to see if Okeanos was going to try to swing out and shoot him. So Sim, unfortunately, not getting shot at. Can't really find the information of where both players could be, but knows for sure there's at least one watching this fight.
He's going to be first contact.
This is all about
30 seconds left.
Sheer timing. If he can get the first cleanly, maybe a chance to snap onto the second. Here's the shoulder peek. Does get the first. Now it's just down to, does he get the isolation onto Okeanos? Paint shells are decent, but Okeanos.
Okeanos.
looks like they are playing maybe for the orb here. Aggressive stack over towards Shower. Okeanos trying for something through the middle of the map. Not going to work out. The chase is on, though, with a showstopper. That comes up empty. And hold on a second. Sim, he's a little bit caught. Orbital Strike gets placed. That separates the hit from TSM, and it's a free first blood for BLINN.
Biggest knife that was so good there for Teague.
And there it is. KO all earned and immediately spent. Pressure on for TSM, but largely swatted back. It looks like this may stay as 7 is stuck currently inside of hookah, and Poised has to try to make a route through Showers, try to open up different space.
You already have that feeling that somebody's going to be flanking from behind, so Teague's already watching it. Has the advantage of the angle. Shadow gets a nice pick to start things off, though.
He's low HP now.
But at 34 HP, going to be very difficult to clutch this.
Denies the Dizzy, trying to bait out some sort of a peek, but the wingman will come through. Poor buddy. It's just a little wingman on wingman action here, and the fragment timing will also stop any
That's
further
so
plans
unlucky,
from coming
man.
through. 30 seconds on the clock for the 1v3. Spaz still hasn't rotated, by the way.
Left.
So maybe a chance for 7 to isolate this, but he hasn't seen what he wants, which is elbow for 7, back of sight for Proto.
30 seconds
And
left.
it'll be Monzi, be one of the first ones forward. Smoke blocks things off, but 7 does catch one on the cross. Alerts Proto that he is in a little bit of trouble. Stays alive nicely. Dizzy trying to flush out the backside of the site, and that is decent, at least to start
the
for
spike.
BLINN. But Proto gets 2, and the spike carrier gets eliminated in the process. So now all of a sudden 7 can get activated over towards elbow. He still has the Dizzy picked back up
didn't
again.
plant?
And here comes TSM off the backside of a beautiful flash
Nice,
to finish
man,
that,
nice.
just to get back in
GMD.
towards mid.
What?
Spaz dealt with by
30 seconds
GMD on the corner, and he
Oh
says
my
thanks
God,
for the
man.
upgrade.
How did he got this
Uh-oh,
kill?
not good news here for BLINN.
Yeah,
TSM
the
trying
trade
to
is
hold
a
the ground
bonus for
off. Here
TSM.
has to come the hit. Wingman trying to get involved from the defensive side. GMD isolated, and wait a second, as 7 drops, BLINN should have a pretty free plant here.
Trying to delay if they
Wow.
can. Just did. Pain Shells got the wingman. 2 versus 4 for TSM. Great bonus. No time left.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and they try to exit the teleporter. Not quite. Okeanos tries to avoid the explosive. Played a really good team in there, MSC, and here they are. Again, small opportunities as TSM will be tested, but Poise stays away just inside
Still
the
alive.
smoke. BLINN don't
Oh,
get
no.
the clearance, and the full flood with Stingers doesn't really work out as intended.
Until Monzi comes in with a drive-by with a stinger and gets a double kill because players are vulnerable just by the window. Good plant, at least a 2 versus 3. Thrash available.
Ah, but Flash coming out. Yeah,
What?
wait a second. Oh
my
Let's get a little bit of
God.
collat.
How
Almost
they
a
got so
chance.
close?
Tap and try to delay. Dropping the spike to this is going to waste a lot of time because it gave it to the wingman, and the wingman is going to waste a couple of 1-2 seconds so that he could get his own plant. Give me a chance now for TSM to come back.
Another first blood
That
for
is a
saying.
stupid shot from Sim and earns himself the showstopper
guy's just
for
too good, man.
second. Oh, and Monzi's been red. Tries
He's
to peek,
Murphy.
and
He's
Sim
Murphy
just
on
does
this.
not care about the blue goo on
Thunder,
screen.
not gonna lie, bro.
Last one left. and
Every time I see
Sim
him play, he's insane.
for TSM up to double digits.
The silver lining, at least here, well, there you go, Shift, is that they were able to get value out of their short buy so far.
Well, honestly, I was about to say if they can keep Sim behind the smoke, this is
no.
actually going to feel like a 4v2 because there's really no one else on site that can contest unless the operator hits, which it does at least initially, but the follow-up trade is
Misses
just
Satchel.
as quick. So 4v3 post-plant situation, and you have to clear halls. You have to. There's no way about it. Wingman's going to be out first. It does get a read on the player nearby. There's the Dizzy over the top, but Mike doesn't care.
Yo, there's
7
no way,
has
man.
to snap around. Finds the first, no problem.
got a
Connects
kill.
onto
Come on,
Monzi
this-
before he can get out of dodge. 7, the hero. For what would be
No
a
wingman.
1v4, but this is an issue. Yep, doesn't know where the rest of BLINN are, and a Thrifty comes through.
A lineup coming through with the molly of this brimstone just to try to clear the space.
Stopper, not as deep maybe as you were hoping for. Still
Oh
maybe a
my
chance to clear out the
God.
octagon, but GMD
They got
goes completely
destroyed, man.
unguarded. Unreal. Just tucks himself in a corner, avoids the entire hit, and then single-handedly shuts it down. Spaz will only
still
get
got one.
one.
And Okeanos followed behind by pistols. And they're thunderfooting here towards Octagon.
He does get denied, and the snake bite. So well placed. Boys takes
Yo,
advantage
Boys
of it.
here again on this
completely.
position, man.
4 in the round. and a
Owning them.
chance. If he wants to get greedy.
Be careful, he's
for
good
the
with his
ace.
apple, man.
Got greedy.
And Mike read it. He's like, I've seen this picture once or twice before. Good mosh. Mike has to step through it, and the double swing will be good for
Man.
Timeout.
rotations on the way in from Sands. So if you're BLINN, whatever this hit has to be, it needs to be convincing because it's starting to collapse.
And you use the overload strike to deny the plant as well. So now with the Thrash, everybody's going to focus on this. This double play is going to be huge.
First one-for-one trade. Threat now, known seekers are out from back. That's going to find a lot of value, but Fragment holds off a lot of this TSM pinch, and now all of a sudden the hit from the front comes out convincing for BLINN. A chance to plant, and they're going to plant on the deep backside of the defensive part of this A zone. Shrugged off for a moment, but Okeanos on the corner, going to be the next one up. Headshots in for the first, and he will find 4 in the round.
Nice.
Can they actually sneak through some of this? There's a crossfire setup.
He's
got his molly out. And hold on a second, Poised almost misses the window to read this hit, but still finds first blood. 5v4. Proto trying to sniff out anyone else on site, and as he gets out of his own pit, finds a second. More jump right in front, and Proto's good for the equal task of finding another trade.
What's up with Mike?
Just down to Mike.
He was blinded, man.
1v4, not gonna happen. TSM will take away BLINN's map selection at a 13-9 count.
A run and gun to finish around 2 from GMD, but yeah, it looked like they were going to slip through the net, but it just came down to simple jump spawning coming from GMD, and then the call on the protocols after. And a Proto, speaking of a protocols, just came out of that pit and got rid of Okeanos.
Elbow push, though. Oh, this is either going to work out beautifully or terribly, depending on the timing that we're going to get. The gate crash actually gets thrown back into safety, but a Proto looks away at the exact wrong moment. So B wide open. Okeanos unsure of it, though. The spike is not committed to making through its throw of the smoke at the moment, but finally it commits, and there should be a pretty free plant here for Monzi.
And that's the issue there for TSM because they don't have anybody watching Halls, but we'll hold that thought for a bit. Okeanos has already opened things up here on the attempted retake.
Ace,
Boys only take down one.
Ace,
back over to reclaim tunnel.
Ace,
And
Ace.
Okeanos for 4.
He wants this.
Not quite able to get the fit, but Teague right there to pick up on the trade. The thing that's really intriguing about this, I was about to say, is they're allowing Teague to stay here for a long time, but Boys steps up, finds the first blood. Sim able to provide another that's both through mid-map, so now this hit has to come from the front.
That was a good jump.
Mike does well to get the first and second. Sloppy
HP.
shots from 7. So now all of a sudden it's a 3v3. Defense still has to rotate in, and there's good cover here with this wall initially put up.
Rare misses coming through. Poised as a shock dart where maybe he could land at the right spot, but instead it's Okeanos getting the pick. Maybe the shock dart's going to land right after, but there's a push coming up from Mikey in the back of the site. Not looking good for TSM. And a full splat.
What is the reason for
so good with this outlaw, but Poised finds himself kind of a triangle of BLINN players, and he turns it into a little bit of isolation, but good right on in towards the site. Poised also throwing shoulders, has not seen any of this. This BLINN catch good timing, Spaz good for the first. GMD though goes completely unchecked, but only finds one. Maybe could have won the round right there, but we go on. 15 seconds on the clock. Shock darts on their way in, and they are bounced pretty darn well. Denies the plan a little while longer. Plenty of time though, still to get the spike in play. Okeanos in the corner, able to take down a Proto, and Spaz follows up.
Timeout.
Forcing out TSM to play a retake. They have their own dimensional drift with the Hunter's Fury that can really help here.
Mike's playing good Valorant, bro.
I mean, TSM is just putting themselves voluntarily into the blender, trying to isolate these kills.
They still
and
had
we're going to use the dimensional drift here for a 2v3 with an operator behind it. Okay. Can 7 find some timing here? That's the real key. Sim gets on towards site, trying to find some sort of an opener. The fake out is in, but
7-0. This
tech here should take so long, bro. Impressing us with the depth of their playbook. Maybe relying a lot on Sim to be their opener like he was a couple of different times on Bind. Now all of a sudden, without Proto in the mix, you kind of have to figure that it's got to be the Sim show from TSM pretty much here on out.
Looking good, looking amazing, man. That was beautiful, bro.
And a long wait. They just want to activate really quickly here. And same thing for TSM, fighting towards main, getting first blood, and it's instantly traded out.
And it's just BLINN's pressure around the map continues to be super successful for them. And we've gotten a couple of rounds previously, and here again, their ability to stretch the map has really tested this TSM defense. Poised once again, trying to hold off on the trigger for the best possible moment, but Mikey will shut it down. Plus more as he gets himself on to 3, not able to transfer over for the 4th, but Sure finds himself in a 1v1 with a full HP, full armored Okeanos. And well, sure, you could sneeze at him and he may fall over if he's not careful.
Pulling them in.
Biggest test right now for sure. 5 HP to walk up, pulling the smoke just to try to see if Okeanos is going to peek. That was close. no, we're doing it yet. So Okeanos is ready for it because of that.
Yeah, it's a great opening shot, and I'm sure lots of footstep sounds were tallied by Teague in the corner there. Okeanos, a little sloppy here, but again, he's got Teague on his crossfire. No worries there. And, you know, the other issue here is not just the fact that TSM, you know, we were kind of maybe hopeful to see their offense come a little bit more to life, but all the strengths that are off of this kind of double duelist diving style comp with, you know, an Astra in the mix instead of a Sentinel like a Cypher.
TSM just got destroyed this map.
Not much in terms of retake tools outside of what can be carried by Monzi. The first shock dart actually takes a ton of damage off of Sim, but GMD stepping forward, able to find himself one, and then the scale from 7 behind that, good for a double. And hold the phone. TSM started to cook up a little bit here. Okeanos and Mikey for the last 2v4.
And that's also the beauty of having the Astra to pros as well, as not only the delays on the post plan, but also being able to disrupt the site. You see these stars being placed down by Sure, not really using the stars for the suck. They're helping actually TSM moving towards the site and trying to get early and aggressive positions to allow these crossfires, these bait and switches to happen in the pulse plan.
Yeah. Teague stuck in the corner. This could work out nicely for Burst Blood. Okeanos. Oh, what a shot on the Sherb. Hunter Syria in the way in may still provide an opportunity, but Okeanos able to find one before dropping, and then Monzi follows up. So starting to build something for TSM.
Only Poise left. Teague has
now it's just on to Poise for a 1v3 to keep the map going. And he has been seen not once, but twice, 3 times. Blip again. We'll give him 4 times. So they know exactly where he's at. Poised is just trying to force something forward. No spike yet, but it's close by. First shoulder's decent. Bateson actually reads the second chow pretty nicely. But the problem is he's not been able to isolate these shots. And this will be his double swing. No worries there. BLINN finalize what was a dominant first half, 13-5. And into map number 3 we go.
Inevitable towards the end. I mean, you're winning the half 11-1. It's just a matter of time once you get your economy right here. And a nice shot from Okeanos on that burst from TSM towards that A side to seal the deal. You know, it took a while.
You know, especially when we're on the defensive side, and we'll trust that you can make some action happen. And here we go. Okay, opening first blood. Good for Sim.
Last time I seen him playing this map.
Contact play the whole time, and then after that first blood, using a dot to take control of B side. This allows now a split towards the B side, but it's not being smoked towards the top. It's late. So there's an opportunity here for a surprise factor, but it's not going to be the case. Now the Paranoia should be following through, and the site now taken over by TSM.
Teague still playing backside dirt, and the follow-up from Okeanos from the front. It does have a paint shells in play, a little bit of chip damage, and ooh, almost a chance for Teague to step through this setup, but not going to happen. Okeanos last one left, and he just completely gets crossed. He'll only see the boom bot. So the defensive BLINN, which has defaulted to playing down low, is going to be tested here. Quick push forward from Sim, able to get forward enough to maybe even isolate, but it has to be GMD to try to help follow up. Teague right off the backside finds the spike here, trying to spam wall flash, but does get taken down. It's going to be a 2v2.
The walkout, they'll realize soon that the site's clear, but the better weaponry and health comes out here for BLINN. The thing is, they have Paranoia on their side as well, so if they could group up together and start working the site together on the retake, they might have an opportunity to retake and play the site. But for TSM, they're wasting a lot of that clock because they haven't re-cleared towards the backside yet. And finally, thankfully as well for TSM, BLINN just stayed put and waited for the spike to go down before they could start activating for the retake.
Yeah.
So it gives right now TSM a chance to set up here in the post plant deep inside the site.
But you do have one smoke, one Paranoia still available.
Kirby, for those who don't know, is the assistant coach for TSM.
Can Monzi isolate the site further with this snake bite that's still being held on to? Perfect view on the spy cam. First look on what this retake is going to look like. And there it is. Push on out. Poise, 1 for 1.
And he clutch?
Through. That should hit Sure. But oh, he backs up into the snake bite. Not sure where Spaz is coming from. To clear off at least the first part of Mail. A couple of shots come through. Sim says that's my trigger. Oh, good movement from Okeanos to get out of dodge. And in the same breath, Monzi stops a rotation in through mid. So the first 2 kills, good for the BLINN Pirates.
What the wide pick?
That's something that should have been checked for TSM. Falling behind the showstopper. It's already cleared all that space towards the top heaven.
Okay, 7.
Watch the holes, but at least it's traded out by 7.
Oh, 7's on fire, man.
7 doing it all.
3K got ult.
Popped. Poise off the reload. Looking to help out, hearing the shots
Winning by round
from
now.
top at A heaven. Good poison cloud placement as well here. Flash out. Here comes the next hit on the drop. Mike's able to find his second. Seven around the backside corner. Not a lot of health to play with, and the double shots. The teamwork is there, and BLINN survived through it.
Only thing has a Vandal here, man.
Double stack the defense.
And he
Oh,
goes
Paranoia.
first.
I think was sent to the high ground there. And
Another
wow,
first blood
kind
for
of
him,
avoid
man.
that.
It's
Oh,
just good, man.
Kianos! What in the heavens
Woo,
is this?
Kianos.
Three from Kianos. I mean, he was caught in no man's land and made the most of it. Last player left is GMD. And oh my goodness, it was almost
9
enough.
HP.
2 kills plus an extra tag, but Okeanos.
Too good, man.
For a showstopper into B main
Sure.
in case TSM are going back for a late hit towards B. But it's A instead, and they get first blood.
And the second on top of that, so now there's no more defense here at A besides Teague, who is trying to step up. And interesting left,
Yo,
TSM get
I
2
like
kills,
Teague,
and
man.
then they
He's playing
stop
good, bro.
and heal
Good
in
player.
the middle of a choke point. So Teague gets 1, but nothing else is going to follow behind.
Good round.
To help support this play. Showstopper now going to be a part of it with the flash on the way in, but Sim gets blinded by it,
gets
still
the
walks
kill,
away with
man.
a kill, but
Still gets a
Teague
kill.
holds the site, and now Spaz can try to
Didn't get
teleport
the
in
kill,
as
the
well, and
Showstopper.
the defense is fully supplied here. They've got a perfect setup to read this hit towards ramps. Sure, by himself. Spike is out.
Yo,
Paranoia
sure,
doesn't
what are you
land, but
doing?
neither does the spray from Spaz.
Taking
We reset
reloading,
2v2.
man.
GMD can maybe smoke this out so they can maybe cross towards B, but Sherb is swinging alone. They tried to use him as a bait because he was low on HP.
His defense for the first time is pretty heavy stacked towards the site itself. Utility all flying right by Okeanos. Doesn't even bother with the blast packs of Sim. His teammates have taken care of it, but the delayed hit from Poised works out, and now it's just down to Monzi, who continues to find some success with the judge, but it's limited in margins.
Now a safe plan, GMD pushing forward. He's going to hear the flash and knows that there's T close
Okay,
inside
that was
spawn.
good.
Well done. Monty gets the hat, so
8
they
to
know where
4
the hat
and
came
the
from. So
pistol.
they know that Monty is at least towards B heaven.
Not going to be easy, but there's hope.
He's going to try to isolate these 1v1s. Both of them, though, for TSM, stacked on a high-low, in a good spot to win.
Why would you not?
Yeah, there's no way they lose this, man.
Dark cover also blocks vision, so Mike is going to take a very long angle at this stack up. And both players sitting right behind screens. Oh boy, here we go. Has to make a check on it now. Oh, he doesn't even, does he actually get to look at it? I was going to say, just as that numbers now with the rotation, BLINN is heading over towards his topside B play. Acting light initially, but oh, Sim.
Another
catches
first
an
blood for
angle.
him, and his
Paint shells
man.
don't quite go to where they're intended, but doesn't
This
make a
kid
chip
is
for it.
unbelievable, man. This
Goes
kid
into
is
the
so
top forward,
good,
3 in the
so
round for
good.
Sim, and
Every
now the spike
game,
left
he's
down through
delivering,
mid
man.
with the last 2 players for BLINN coming from the
I
other side
lost
of the map.
counts.
Yeah, they did a good
how
job for
many
BLINN
first
for
bloods he
rotating
gets.
out here from the A
Every
side
game,
to
bro.
mid because they heard the amount of players and flashes in Utah that came towards that side. But Sim's just on fire.
Ace? Oh, we've had so
Why are they
many
all
that are
denied
so
today?
close.
Yeah.
That had to have been like the 4th potential ace we've had today. Be a gut check reaction here to the defenders onto A. Flashes through, the spy cam does not get a tag. And Teague makes matters worse. Finds poise for the first. Teleport down to the site for Spaz. Automatically going for the plan. 7 with the judge in the corner.
Oh my God,
doesn't
Sherb,
work
that
out,
was
but
good,
Sherb
man.
on the site.
That's
will.
huge, that's
GMD
huge.
there to support.
Only months
And
left.
all of a sudden,
1v3.
Sherbert, the new guy up, comes up with a
Yeah,
huge double.
bro, that was
and
good,
Mons
man.
is left for a
Yo,
1v3.
but this is winner for most.
First one's good. Sim on the corner. Sherb, half HP inside sight. Here's
Hey,
the swing, and
Sherb, you
Sherb
what
for
a
3 in the
round.
But the smokes are deep.
This GMD hears a lot of this. And he's waiting to see
Oh,
if someone will
smart
just walk
GMD.
right into this dark cover, but the boombot does push him out. Oh, but BLINN are just, I mean, it's so tense. BLINN just right on the other side. As soon as this dissipates, GMD is going to be stuck. And now we have to commit to
Holy
it. There's the
check,
check.
man.
Oh, well done by BLINN. Good isolation, good first. And all of a sudden, you have to hope that Sim can
That was
rotate
good by
over and get
Kianos.
this operator in play, because BLINN are going to be flooding in towards this B site. The read onto 7 is decent, but the kill is not there. Now 7 flashing above
That was
him,
great,
gets
man. That
another
was great.
tag onto 1. So stepping into the zone. Oh, maybe got a headshot onto Mike there with the Phantom.
2 players low.
Snake
Great
bite.
molly.
Oh, perfectly
Mike
placed.
is low too. Mike is low.
Paint shells could also deal the killing blow if it does land on the Mike. Not going to happen. Monzi, 1v2. Spike collected, holding on to his pit. Poise trying to work his way potentially in, but they just spam him out.
My
No
God, that was
worries.
so
We go
good by
back tied
Sim,
at
bro.
9.
7 once again.
Timeout.
Another first blood, bro. I already knew it. I already knew it.
Problem is, there's no exit. GMD at least takes a second.
Alright, that's huge, bro.
Mike
Good
just
trade.
hoping, spraying, and praying, and then all of a sudden, through mid,
There's
Monzi
no way,
collects
man. What is this
headshots on
classic,
Sherb.
bro?
So now it's full weaponry. 7 though taps it
Kevin's so
away.
playing today, man.
What is
Oh
this
my
round of
God.
Valorant? Seekers have
It's a
come through.
beautiful round of Valorant.
Monzi's gonna get red
That's
by
what
it,
it
have a
is,
little bit
man.
of trouble with the Seeker. And he's moving loudly. And he gets caught with a
Beautiful
knife out.
7.
Wow,
Beautiful.
what a round.
Loving what you're seeing so far. Trying to set up the
Another
sounds,
one,
the
bro.
paranoia
This
should be coming
is
through this. It's a little bit too
unbelievable,
late.
man.
It looks like TSM don't want to push forward to try to fight back, so they're okay to play the numbers advantage on a 4 versus 3.
Absolutely. It's a decent
They're
trade in
playing
the first 10
5
seconds,
versus
so
4
take
every
that
round.
run. But this does stretch them out just a touch with Sim off the map. And if you're BLINN, you have to try to stretch the defense further if you can. And legitimately, can you find a way to bait someone off of a site? That could be maybe the opportunity for them to get back in this 3v4, especially considering that Sherb is pretty much stuck having to play this A corner off of his trap wire with a judge. That's his only option. So really, this is going to be a 3v3 if they don't go A.
What I'm looking here is the camera wasn't able to get shot, and that we never actually went for the ping with Sherb, just to make sure here that you're not letting the Cypher know that you're really set up towards this side. Jump spots are coming through from B main. GMD just spotted it and had to smoke it out. And they're about to cross against him.
Teleport comes into sight, 7 up top, GMD down low, and it's not a peak that happens really together.
Well played,
Caught off
TSM.
of the animation from the paranoia.
Are they actually going to
Spaz
win?
also gets taken out.
With the sub,
So
bro?
just down to Mike 1v4. And 7 will even make life a little bit more difficult.
Gotta
with
save
the
it, buddy.
extra tag.
But Sim could continue to be aggressive here, because even if he misses a shot and they try to find a timing against him, he's got the showstopper.
Shell's paranoia, TSM pushing to reclaim this
Okay.
high ground, but okay,
Fuck.
there's one
Sim got
weapon.
the showstopper.
That could be useful for the 4v4, especially since the Vandal's still in play. Sim still whipping here. Showstopper out, but got checked for
What?
reaction. Doesn't land for too much. Trades are defensive onside the site.
Spike down
Sim
B.
making the most of a classic that he's left with.
Enemy
Yo,
remaining.
that was
Still
nice.
trying to find the rest of BLINN, and they eventually find Mike below the rafters. and that will be
Mapping
enough
series
for sure
point
to
for
finish off Mike.
TSM.
Well, the thing is, TSM don't have to necessarily do crazy, because you have the Seekers to find re-control if you need to. Instead, they're going to
mess.
stack the box here at mid.
Down mid.
Paranoia
This is
gets thrown
crazy,
maybe a
bro.
little bit
This
too
is
late for
actually
TSM to take advantage of it, but they still walk away a 2-for-1 trade. And that may be good enough, especially considering the tools that are still available.
And the opportunity to try to go
The
for
only
seekers
other
and
player that I
information
see
in the late
doing this
round.
is Aspas, man.
Denied!
Oh,
Spike down mid.
and Monty's been seen. Oh, but not enough ammunition for Poise to finish the kill. So this would be a 1v4 here, Vanson. Well, the issue is Seekers Trailblazer will confirm that Monty's still at mid. Still plenty of time that he can work this.
And they'll just group up. I mean, they got the trips towards the main, they got the camera on A, and then they could be heavy lean towards B. You just have to play. I mean, you might move down later on as, to try to get a hat on top of that, but there's 30 seconds left.
30 seconds
TSM's
left.
trying to really play not to lose here, because they're not even peeking into male.
Yeah.
And they're gonna
There you go.
wait
That's going to
together.
activate the rotate. You already see Sherb also rotating back towards middle, trying to pop at the camera.
Sherb,
knows
you
that
go
it's not
first,
towards the
bro.
inside. Now you can throw the hat.
And at this point, it's just double swinging them, huh? Monty up top. Okay, gets the
GG.
first pocket more, though. And TSM with a really dire set of circumstances through map 2, with Proto having to leave for a medical emergency of some sort. We obviously hope he's okay. But Sherb steps in and says, I got you, brother. Playing on characters that he has not played in his competitive history, and I am sure the rest of the TSM boys are giving him max dope right now. He goes positive in both maps after joining. Heck of a performance for Sherb to help TSM get their win.